Perdón, ¿cómo se encuentran? Bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Pardon, good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning. It's always a pleasure to greet each and every one of you the beautiful Tuesday morning here in Orange Walk. It's currently about well, to be exact, 24 hours before the elections begins tomorrow, and it's literally a countdown for municipal elections from now on. Remember, tomorrow is Municipal Elections Day. Okay? Bienvenidos, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles, como dije, y aquí en Orange Rock una mañana preciosa. Aquí en Orange Rock, y nada más rápidamente, vamos a ir rápidamente a esto. Perdón, aquí tengo un tantito de problemita con esta tontera. Pero, sí, ok. Actualmente aquí en Orange Rock tenemos una temperatura de 74 grados Fahrenheit. Vientos del este 4 millas por hora, humedad 75% y con temperatura de máxima de 89 grados Fahrenheit como una máxima y 66 como una mínima. Claro, estoy adelantando esta información porque no quiero que sea parte de la información oficial que viene del Belize Met Service, ¿ok? Esto viene de MSN Weather y todos lo pueden lograr conseguir en sus computadoras simplemente poniendo Orange Walk Tongue Belize y rápidamente ahí consigues toda la información que necesitas, ¿ok? Gracias a las personas. Pero compañeros, un día más, buenos días, un día más que Dios nos ha regalado y pues aquí bastante agradecidos por eso, agradecidos por todas las bendiciones, agradecidos por todo lo que Dios nos da, la salud, las fuerzas, porque como decía mi mamá, todo lo demás lo batallamos de una forma u otra. Pero gracias a Dios por poder ver un nuevo amanecer, poder tener a nuestros familiares con nosotros. Esto es importante. Y poder decir, ¿sabes? Cuento con buenas amistades, porque al final del día las amistades no son los que te llaman amigos, sino los que están por ti y para ti cuando tienes problemas. No obstante, que sea el problema. Un amigo o una amiga verdaderamente estará contigo porque eso es una amistad auténtica. Esa es una amistad auténtica. Cuando más lo necesitas, que esa persona esté por ti. Eso es lo que cuenta. Compañeros, vamos a empezar este programa con una oración, orando por paz en nuestras vidas. Para que mañana tengamos un día que no tengamos violencia, que no tengamos, aunque hemos tenido violencia por decir, pero uno nunca puede saber. Violencia en nuestras familiares, con nuestros familiares, con partidarios, con personas que no comparten nuestro tipo de pensar. Y simplemente, compañeros, se trata de respeto. Respeto. La violencia, pienso yo, viene de aquella persona que ha corrido corto de ideas. Porque Dios te ha dado una boca, una mente para poder pensar y hablar. Y la persona violenta simplemente no tiene ideas. No tiene y piensa que con su fuerza te puede hacer daño. Algunas personas dicen, pero yo no me voy a quedar que me meta uno. Pero también hay mucha verdad en la frase que dice, Yo prefiero ser cobarde que valiente y no conseguir mis trompazos. Hay también verdad en eso, compañeros. Hay también verdad en eso. Padre, te damos las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Por la vida, la salud, las fuerzas, por nuestros familiares, por nuestras amistades. Gracias, Padre, por todo. Te pido que continúes bendiciéndonos. Por ese gran amor que tienes para nosotros. Gracias, Padre. Te pedimos que continúes bendiciendo a nuestros familiares también, nuestras amistades, compañeros de trabajo, a todos. Y que mañana, día de elecciones, tengamos un día sin violencia, que tengamos un día que podamos ir todos a votar, no obstante, y que todos podamos lograr respetar la diferencia en puntos de vista. Que podamos ir con toda confianza, ir a votar como nos dice nuestra conciencia, no porque me pagaron $100, que es una plena y neta vergüenza. Padre, muchas gracias por todo. Te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Good morning. If you just joined us, it's exactly 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. The general weather forecast says fair and mostly dry conditions will prevail. Today is going to be mostly sunny and partly cloudy tonight with little or no rainfall. The winds range from the east-southeast, 10 to 20 knots. The seas stay choppy to moderate. Temperatures along the coast, 84 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 77 as a low. Inland, 88 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 66 as a low. And in the hills, a cool and very comfortable 78 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 63 as a low. The outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday and Wednesday night, is for similar weather conditions to prevail. So tomorrow, hopefully we won't have any rain. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow as well. A low tide this morning occurred at 4 minutes before 7 o'clock. A high tide will happen at 10 minutes before 1. A second low tide at 7 minutes before 8 tonight. And the second high tide tomorrow morning at 22 minutes before 2 in the morning. The sun rose this morning at 7 minutes after 6. And the sun will set today at 6 o'clock to be exact. And the moon will set at 9:33 this morning and will rise again at 10:30 tonight. Thank you, forecaster Michelle Smith. Compañeros, un gran gusto saludarles de nuevo. Buenos días. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes el 6 de marzo. Y si es que estás cumpliendo años, te deseo todo lo mejor, que la pases muy bien, de maravilla. O celebrando aniversarios, o lo que estés celebrando, que la pases muy bien. Buenas condiciones. Eso es lo que dice el Belize Weather Bureau. Eso es lo que vamos a tener hoy durante el curso del día. Y con buenas condiciones, soleado y seco, condiciones secas. Hoy estará bastante soleado, parcialmente nublado por la noche. No se espera nada lluvia, y si es que cae tantito, es un tantito. Los vientos del este-sudeste, 10 a 20 nudos, el estado del mar agitado a moderado. Temperaturas por la costa, 84 grados como una máxima, 77 como una mínima. Luego en el interior del país, 88 grados como una máxima, 66 como una mínima. Y por las colinas, 78 como una máxima y 63 como una mínima. Se espera que mañana miércoles por la noche tengamos buen tiempo. Es lo que se espera. Una marea baja hoy sucedió a las 7 menos 4. Una alta a las 12 y 50 minutos hoy a mediodía. Una segunda marea baja a las 8 menos 7 minutos. Y una segunda marea alta mañana a las 2 menos 22 minutos. Eso es mañana por la madrugada. El sol salió hoy, compañeros, a las 6:07 minutos y se oculta hoy a las 6 de la tarde. Y la luna Ay, la luna está fuera todavía, una a las 9:33 se oculta, pero sale de nuevo, perdón, a las 10:30 hoy por la noche. Muchas gracias, Michelle Smith, por esta información y a las otras personas elaborando ahí en el Med Service, muchas gracias. Esto no es un trabajo de una persona, sino un trabajo de un grupo de personas que unen toda la información y lo ponen en su sitio web para que personas como yo y otras personas podamos compartirlo con ustedes, nuestra audiencia. Un gran gusto, compañeros. Hace ratitos estaba yo rezando y tengo que disculparme por decir simplemente, incluir algo que me nació así simplemente decirlo, pero yo soy un tipo de persona que está muy en contra de que las personas le estén ofreciendo dinero para los votantes y las personas que estén literalmente vendiendo su voto, ofreciendo. Es una plena y neta vergüenza, compañeros. Cuando tú, como votante, permites que te compran tu silencio, porque eso es lo que hacen, comprar tu silencio. Ya luego que te den 100, 200, 300 dólares como se supone que se está ofreciendo por cierto partido, entonces tú ya no tienes derecho de abrir tu boca. Tú ya no eres nadie. Tú ya no eres nadie si vendes tu voto. Con mucha dignidad y con mucho honor debes de ir a votar sin que nadie te esté diciendo, aquí tienes 100 dólares o 200 dólares. Yo estoy completamente en contra de ese tipo de cosas y te pido, por favor, no ser parte de eso. Compañeros, también hay que agradecer a nuestros patrocinadores por su fiel apoyo que nos dan aquí en Sugar City Morning Show, aquí a Canal 10. Estamos hablando del honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor German Vega y el señor Eduardo Vega del Benque. También United Democratic Party, el honorable ministro Elodio Aragón, también the Government of Belize Information Service, Press Office, Telemedia, Dano Milk, Marketing Board y otras entidades, compañeros. Gillette Smith Shop, buenos días. Compañeros, estas personas siempre nos apoyan fielmente para que esta transmisión esté en lugar. ¿Ok? Siempre, fielmente. Hoy es martes y tenemos hoy a Delvi, porque Delvi fielmente, como digo, fielmente, nos comparte algo, bueno, ya lo tenemos en lugar. Buenos días, Delvi. Good morning, Delvi. ¿Cómo estás? How are you doing?
Buenos días. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
¿Cómo está San Pedro? How is San Pedro?
Well, this morning the sun is out already. It's a bit fresh. I believe it's the Easter breeze coming in. Not too hot, not too cold. Just like this morning.
Lovely morning. Here in Orange Walk as well, it was fresh. It wasn't cold, cool. It was fresh. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Delvi,
yes, nice and fresh.
Yes. Delvi, please go ahead with your contribution.
Okay. This morning I have this one that is entitled, Don't Take It for Granted.
Don't take it for granted. Okay, proceed.
Yes. I wake up in the morning and I see the sun shine. I hear the wind blowing and the branches lashing against the rooftop. The dogs bark just in time. I open these eyes and I take a deep breath. It is then that I am reminded that I am loved. I say a prayer and I give thanks to God, and I make my way about the day. I spend the time with children who are entrusted to me to show them the way. I sit with them to have a meal, and at that point, in that moment, I'm reminded that I am loved. The day is done, and he leads me home, safe and secure and never alone. Though my family is far, God sticks to me closer than a friend. I settle down, knees on the ground. It is then, in that moment, that I am reminded that I am loved. Every breath we take is just one that could have been the other way. Every step that we take should be treasured, for many feet are being cut off each day. Every meal that we eat should be blessed, as there are many presently who are desperately in need. Every person that we get to spend time with should be treasured, because one day God will want them back indeed. It's not by good looks, good deeds, or even fortune that brings us each morning at the dawn of light. It is the grace of God and His great love that guides us safely through the night. Let's not take it for granted.
I like that. I like that. Well, I like all of the poems you share with us, but you struck a note there, Delvey. I remember ever since I've been on the show, the topic of taking things for granted has come up again and again and again. And this is one of the comments that I've always made. People take too much for granted. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I will take it for granted that that's so. Don't take anything for granted. Don't, I am the kind of person who, barely misses anything when it comes to noticing things around you. I might not share it. I might not say, tell her what, I saw this and this and this, but I notice things. And I go like, good Lord, I mean, I have to be aware of the fact that somebody is responsible for me being here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think, thank God, because my mother would also say, no sean como animales. And animales. And this is not meant as an insult. It was just a comment that she did. She says, no sean como animales, que se les levantan y ni siquiera gracias a Dios dan. Yo no te pido que seas religioso, yo no te pido que seas padre, pastor, nada de eso. Simplemente te pido que reconozcas que hay un Dios y que no lo tomes por un dado. Eso es todo lo que pido. Delvey, muchas gracias. Thank you very much. Hasta luego. Te cuidas.
Muchas gracias también.
Ándale.
Tú también. Gracias.
Ándale. Ok. Muy bien. Compañeros, vamos a una pausa. Son las 7:19, pero estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Give me the real, the number one, down the hill, then up down the hill. You can rip it scream, but down the milk it is real, yes, down the hill, then up down the hill. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, down the hill, then up down the hill. Down the milk in the morning, down the milk in the evening, down the hill. Give me down the milk, up north in Coruscant, supermarket and then all. Down the milk, then up down the milk, all over this land, and in Belmore Pond, yes, down the milk. Give me down the milk, say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji. Down the milk, then up down the milk. You can hear this star, cause it's in Orange Walk. Yeah, Dino Milk, I love Dino Milk. Dino Milk Powder, follow the best milk powder in the world. Dino.
Hi, my name is Michael Pius. I'm a Diginet customer. My kid's experience is wonderful. My children go to school, they're in high school, and the demands of them having to surf to do homework, also doing their games, there's no buffering when you're watching movies on Netflix likewise. And when 5 hours are actually on, I no longer have the problem of having to be waiting for that eternal circle to while buffering, so it's excellent. For myself, now when I have to do proposals, I have to download large files. I also, on a daily basis, maybe just the music while I'm doing my work likewise. Prior to sign up for Diginet, I had a 2 meg internet. I took on the 10 meg package, which is for $99. Also offers me free mobile data and talk. For additional $25, I bundle my home phone onto my Diginet plan. Switching over to detailed Diginet services, I'll be able to head to my bed much more earlier. I don't have to be waiting up late at night, waiting till I can actually have the bandwidth to do my work. I'm recommending each one to sign up for Diginet services. And also, if you have a home phone, to add on the bundle, it will save you hugely.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, and Ladyville. Coming soon to Belmopan and Orange Walk.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar-cured ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico. Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
They see you know you're living, always a star, yes. You live in color to the limit, large and in charge, yes. That's why you rock with Buster, refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white, live in full color. Buster.
We will build a better and more beautiful Orange Walk town.
A better Orange Walk for our children, and our children's children.
Orange Walk, where our residents can enjoy good and clean streets, drains, and parks.
An Orange Walk where tourism will complement our tourism industry.
An Orange Walk that will provide more job opportunities for its residents.
A developed Orange Walk that will be the pride of all their tenures.
For real development and the Orange Walk we all wish to see, your UBP7 is here to make that change for our progress.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Perdón. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. Un gran gusto presentar de nuevo y tener con nosotros de nuevo, inmediatamente a mi izquierda, el doctor Homero Novero. Buenos días, Doc. Siempre un gran gusto. Y también a el señor Rubén Campos. Buenos días, Rubén.
Buenos días, Eduardo.
¿Qué tal? Buenos días. Hoy es el último día de campaña. Mañana no se permite campaña. Mañana es el día de las elecciones. Así que, bueno, mañana no se permiten muchas otras cosas. También vender licor no se permite mañana. ¿Ok? Pero lo que sí se permite es que vayas a votar con tu conciencia para el Partido Unido Democrático.
Así es.
Rubén, entiendo de que tú tienes de nuevo el listado de todas las áreas de
las polling areas.
Polling areas,
sí,
perdón,
las áreas donde van a ir
a votar.
A votar.
Para poder recordarle a nuestra audiencia exactamente cuáles son. Aunque la gran mayoría ya sabe dónde va a ir a votar.
Oh, sí, precisamente, Eduardo y
ya
Doc.
hicieron su decisión, sí.
Llegaron unas personas para tomar un ¿cómo se llama? Sample test para hacer una encuesta entre la gente, y la mayoría de gente dijeron que Philip de la Fuente va a ganar. Está pronosticado. Sabemos que hay 12.400 votantes, pero se estima, hay una estimación de que lo máximo probablemente de 70-72% de los que están en la lista van a salir a votar, y de parte de eso, bueno, hay una división entre los partidos. Así de que, aunque localmente en Orange Walk, el UDP ha estado trabajando día tras día para subir la escalera, cual lo ha estado subiendo. Llegó a un nivel de que el crecimiento día tras día está aumentando, y eso le da a los que tomaron este census, este estudio, para poder indicar de que siguiendo este trend, como le dicen en inglés, la pauta, pero indica de que Philip de la Fuente va a ganar, y de que los consejeros del UDP están en línea, porque en la balota arriba tiene un grupo y abajo está el red sólido. Ahorita están divididos y la gente ya tiene una concientización de que, como dicen, en tiempos de calmados, cuando la gente necesita un mejoramiento, la gente está mirando a dónde es la mejor opción. Y creo que la gente ha realizado de que después del miércoles viene el jueves. Al despertar el jueves, el gobierno central, con el primer ministro Honorable Dean Barrow, siempre será el primer ministro. El gabinete y el gobierno siempre sería un gobierno UDP. Esto tiene mucho que ver en cómo la gente toma una decisión, porque en dos partidos hay un grupo que está aquí, pero hay mucha gente, los independent thinkers, que dicen, mira, si yo voy en el azul, no llego a ningún lado. Si voy en el lado rojo, tengo una mejor opción para que podamos a tener mejor conexión, es la palabra, conexión con el gobierno central para poder hacer mucho más para el municipio. No, esto estoy hablando de Independent Thinkers, que es un grupo que decide cuál lado va y cuál es el lado que gana. The Swing Voters, the Independent Thinkers. Así de que la mayoría de Independent Swing Voters están indicando, porque se ponen a analizar, y como dije, ¿cuál es la mejor opción? Y esto es lo que el estudio dice, de que, bueno, si vamos a amanecer el jueves, y si me ven allá en mi camisa azul o azul que va a ir allá, el otro día tienen que ir con el honorable Gaspar Vega a mostrar cara, tienen que ir con el honorable Elodio Aragón Jr. a mostrar cara, y dicen, ¿no sabes qué? Mejor voy así, sin camiseta, a votar, porque es su derecho y así tengo la opción de poder mejor apoyar el UDP, el RED, para que trabaje para la gente. Bueno, todo tiene un límite, todos los estudios tienen un límite, un error de 3 to 5%. 3 to 5%. ¿Qué significa el 3 to 5%? El error de 3 to 5% indica de que el día de elección el trabajo es GOTV, get out the voter, sacar el votante, ¿ok? y viene en forma de organización. Así de que mañana, en las primeros 10, de las 7 cuando inicia la votación, a mediodía te va a dar una foto, más o menos, cómo está yendo la cosa. En la tarde, normalmente, va a ser para gente que está trabajando, viene de lejos, y unos que esperan últimamente para decir, pues, ¿a dónde es mi mejor opción? Pero los que aseguran ese voto seguro, mayormente son en la mañana, porque son los decididos, que ya saben, vamos ya a votar para los 7 rojos. Ya son decididos. Así de que eso es la democracia que vamos a trabajar mañana. Y al fin del día, lo que la mayoría de los votantes indiquen, eso es lo que tenemos que aceptar, porque es una realidad que la gente va y pone su votación.
Pero estabas tratando de indicar si ibas a explicar acerca del margin of error, man.
Sí, the margin of error 3 to 5%. Pero eso digo, ese margin of error va a depender en las organizaciones cómo funcionan ese día. There's a set number of voters, all right? So the margin of error will be determined how organized you are to execute.
So the
execution. See, it's the execution that will give you that margin of error. Bueno, también el margin of error se puede ver en otra manera. En otra manera, el margin of error puede ser en el pronóstico, on the estimate. If I have 10,000 and then you have 7,000, but only 8,000 come out, allá se va a indicar on the turnout. But the turnout is between 70 and 72% is indicated. Probablemente puede ser un poco menos. We're not sure. It could be a little bit more. We're not sure. That is the room of error for people to come out, the percentage.
Statistics is something that has to do with probability. And the fact remains that this margin of error is something that is garnered within the figures, because we are prognosticating, trying to look into the future, but then having a base where we can perhaps be able to move forward in this. So what happens is always little things that can happen which are not perhaps in sight at present moment, which is left to that margin of error.
Take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I know it's kind of different from what you discussed, but this one we're raising the awareness from the situation. They look like I shouldn't say this way, but the way I see the open day for children and the lead cards last night, another baby get shot, and I just read on Facebook a while ago that passed away 4 years old. I don't really know what is going on, man. I don't really know what kind of evil this. I don't know where we go to as our people.
Well,
I feel that believes we can't blame the politicians, we can't blame this one, we can't blame the police. We have to look at the situation overall as our people, and I think that we have lost the way when they say it takes a village to raise a child. Too much baby to drop, man. I mean, I think now good time for our leaders, our votes to tell the leaders, man, this is the situation, but we know that's like mission impossible, you know. But we need a solution, man. We need to find out if the whole this thing will start. I mean, more kids to look on the street, or you know, if they get there at a certain time. I don't know, man. It's frustrating, and it's starting just to think about the babies, man. I mean, you listen to the news, one of the autopsies said that on the little girl that was supposedly raped, that the scar tissues they found on her.
Caller, may I interrupt? May I interrupt you and ask you a question? What do you think is the root cause of the problem? And the second part of the question is, how do you think best we can solve it?
what I think that the root problem, I just think that evil men, I just think that wearing Batman or Belize or wherever could feel like they could just open fire for a crowd of people without thinking about the consequences or the results. And then you always have kids around.
How do you solve that?
How we solve it? Well, that's not up to me to say, man, because if it left up to me, I would be like, everybody would holler right off on this penalty.
Well, okay.
You understand? And you listen what that is the dangerous part. This thing is set up like, I'll let me rephrase, the system set up like this. You have a bucket of water, they fall slowly on our pipe, faucet. Whatever, like drip, 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 drip. Eventually, when the bucket starts fully getting overfilled, the water will run out and spread out on the ground and start to cover more ground. This could happen to with orange rock, that's all I'm saying. Because this thing spread, there was disease and a plague. And one of the first things I hear, we get shot by the street orange rock. These things happen there when murders in orange rock that has gone unsolved. Man dropped on the ground and nobody know how they dead. All you get are street vibes. But somebody, I don't know if it will be up to us as a people to pressure the system. I don't want to say government because first thing I hear are politics and this is not politics, but pressure the system to come down with some stiffer penalties against these kind of criminal activities or these criminals. Or maybe we see a remedy, so just know what I should have done. I don't want to go down because I think craziness when it comes to the things because you can't shoot innocent picnic on the street, man. And I just think that as a people we have to be more focused and conscious of what is going on. We can like visuals and the protests and everything. Yes, it shows that we as a people we care. Yes, it shows that we as a people we stand up, but to what changes will we get? So this is our call, not only for the Prime Minister, but the opposition leader, government, anybody who in a position, public officers who work in a position, the people who are designated to look over these social issues, the need to get down and start to make some suggestions and make us start to do different ones.
Would you agree with me when I tell you that rather than pointing fingers at others and trying to blame others, we have to look within ourselves to find that solution?
Well, like
as a community?
It seems that we have lost the meaning of it takes a village to raise a child.
Okay.
So I will agree with you. It's not time to point fingers. It's not time to blame the Prime Minister or to blame the police or to blame this. We need to, even finding the gunman will make a difference. We need to find out how we could stop it. That's where the thing comes in.
I agree with you.
Just like how they have forums and they call the people together and we could have a big discussion and find out how we could come to a problem. And the best way is to look out for each other, which is very hard nowadays. You look out for me, I look out for you. So nobody hurt you and I don't know. Nobody hurt me and you don't know. And that, I think we have lost the trust amongst each other, and that is really sad. So gentlemen, I hope I haven't taken away our discussion, but this is very important going into an election tomorrow morning. It's a very important thing for all of us as Belizeans to think about, especially our leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. I want to share in the grief for our children and to condemn this type of action that is taking place in our country. It's not a political action. It's a heinous act. It's a degradation of our society, particularly our children. We all love our children. And there's a part in the scripture that says God's favorite people were the little ones, the children. And we are in the Lenten season. And we have during the Lenten season, we have an act of penance to do. And it so happens, though, that tomorrow we have an election that we invite people to come and vote and express their democratic right. and let the election tomorrow. Like the caller said, some people say don't go to vote. I say come out to vote, and come out to vote early. It will give us an opportunity as both political parties to greet one another with civility, to respect each other in our opinions. We agree to disagree, and we disagree to agree, but we have a commitment to governance. But at the same time, just like how there are political rallies, I think it is also time for a double effect. One, in that when we look at our country and there are reunions of pastors and priests and whatnot, they're always making the little side comments into the politics where they go. I think it's time that the religious sector take their role and start to preach the word of God, and because it says, give to God what is to God, and to Caesar what is to Caesar, and the clergy also have a responsibility. However, we as parents, grandparents, need to be more vigilant of our children. The upbringing of our children starts at home. At home is where we plant the seed, where we need to go. Society is wide, society is open. We have a scenario now where both men and women are working, the mother and the father are working, and where do you leave the children now? Where do you leave the children? No, again, the children deserve that education to start at home. Now, children see and follow what they see at home, what they hear at home. We need to start to sing. This morning, somebody ran a joke because I said, lléname con el río de tu espíritu. I just felt good. I said, Señor, lléname con el río de tu espíritu. And I said that because I was happy that tomorrow we're going to elections. And during this week, I met a lot of friends, PUPs and UDPs, and we shook hands, and I said that's the way we're supposed to go and vote for a community instead of looking at bad. Both political parties offer what will be done, what can be done to the community, and that is how we make our choices. But when it comes again to the values of our country, the values of our community, we need to, Emmanuel said, stop pointing fingers. How many people have witnessed events taking place? And ask yourself the question, did you take the time to go and report and to give the information so that the person that did wrong can be corrected? Or were you afraid to do that? No. Okay. These are personal things that we need to ask ourselves, because these are the things that affect our society. And when we go to vote, putting it together, when we go to vote, this is an opportunity then to share our brotherhood tomorrow.
We need to go on a break. It is exactly 14 minutes before 8 o'clock. We will go on a break, and we will be right back with you after these messages. Vamos a estar de vuelta, compañeros, luego de estos anuncios.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern, multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA-certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the town because we have a lot of the youths when they come out and want to play ball the same way, and this was a put up on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new court because it's so official and it's something new to PG in the whole.
I want to thank the government of Belize because they look out for PG.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayos, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostras, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostrans.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash your hand like pipe instead of nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better. What the life?
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walktown. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
Looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Rans, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Girls, be quiet. Just give me a minute.
Hey, Miss Michelle. Kids giving you trouble again?
Yes, they're making me crazy. Plus, the internet isn't working.
I know what you mean. We had internet issues too. Then we signed up for DigiNet. Best decision ever.
DigiNet?
Yep. It's VTL's new fiber optic internet for your home that they are rolling out countrywide. Now, it's just awesome internet all the time. Plus, my parents got the ultimate bundle, which comes with a free mobile postpaid plan and a free unlimited home phone.
Did you say free?
Yes, I did. And for a businessman like you, you can bundle and get 6 gigabytes free mobile data every month. My dad loves it because it saves him a lot of money.
Yep.
Yep. Plan starts at $69, so you can stop stealing Miss Michelle's Wi-Fi now.
Not true, miss.
But hey, what do I know? I'm just a kid. Head up to BTL and see for yourself.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a tropic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos, compañeros. Son exactamente las 8 menos 6 minutos. Y aquí quiero enviar atentos saludos a todas las personas que nos ven y que nos escuchan. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en el pueblo de Orange Walk. Es más, directamente, para ser directo, aquí en la aldea de Trail Farm, pero justo en las afueras del pueblo de Orange Walk.
La periferia.
Sí, exactamente, justo afuera. Estamos en la calle San Lorenzo Road, que en realidad es la calle que divide Orange Walk con Trail Farm. Pero, compañeros, nuestros arreglos que tenemos con los proveedores de señal de cable permiten que nuestra señal se vea por todo el país de Belice. Y si es que no tienes cable, entonces estamos por aire, Canal 10. Y si vives en la circunvecindad del pueblo de Orange Walk, con un radio, por decir, como de 20 millas, entonces fácilmente vas a poder ver Canal 10 y es absolutamente gratis. También estamos transmitiendo desde East Radio, Universal Radio, Sugar City Radio Station, y también estamos en vivo en el internet. Simplemente tienes que entrar a la página YouTube y teclar Sugar City Morning Show para la fecha que quieres ver y escuchar, porque estamos ya archivados en ese programa. Y si quieres ver para la fecha de hoy, simplemente teclas, obviamente, para la fecha de hoy. Y donde sea que te encuentres en el mundo, puedes ver el Sugar City Morning Show en vivo. Compañeros, un gran gusto saludarles. También daré la bienvenida de nuevo al doctor Romero Novelo y al señor Rubén Campos. Rubén, estabas tú a punto de comenzar de recordar a la gente.
Bueno, pero hoy es un día que yo me siento muy alegre, me siento muy contento. Creo que todos los orangeoaqueños también, la gente que vive en las municipalidades a través de todo el país hicieron su decisión, están listos para ir a sufragiar mañana, pero siempre hay un ritmo de alegría entre nosotros. Me acaban de textear que uno de los grandes políticos aquí en Orange Walk, alguien que puso una oficina allá enfrente de la escuela de Luciana, no lo sé cómo se llama, cayó anoche de su cama. ¿Saben por qué? Dice la señora, dice el text, que tenía una pesadilla. No sé qué soñó, que pataleó y ¡pum!, cayó de su cama. Bueno, esperamos que esté bien, que no se le haya quebrado ni un hueso, no se le haya descompuesto nada y que pueda ir a votar mañana.
Adelante, Rubén.
El chiste del día. Gracias, Eduardo. Bueno, le vamos a indicar a la gente, con su permiso lo voy a leer. I'll read it so that we can get with it, and thank you. Hay 4 áreas donde va a haber la votación. Polling Area 53, Polling Area 53, que es San Francisco RC School. Polling Area 54, que es la Inmaculada. Polling Area 55, que es Chapel en Otro Benque. Y Polling Area 60, que es Louisiana en Orange Walk East. En Polling Area 53, en San Francisco, va a haber 6 jaulas, 6 rooms to go and vote. ¿Ok? Cuando entra en la puerta, al lado derecho, a la mera derecha hay 3 baños, ahí comienzan los cuartos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y a la esquina está el sexto cuarto. We'll break it down. Polling Area 53 at San Francisco van a tener A to B, que tiene 445 votantes. C, ¿cuál es C? 572 voters. D to H, DH, 632 votantes. I to M, 599 voters. E to M tiene 599 votantes. N to R, que tiene 594. N to R, 594. S to Z, 673. S to Z, 673. Eso es las jaulas en San Francisco, y hay un total de votantes ya de 3,515. 3,515
Te hago una pregunta, Rubén. Tradicionalmente, esa es una de las áreas fuertes para nuestro partido, ¿no?
Es una área donde la batalla está fuerte. Sí. Hemos ganado esa área, igual que se ha ido bajado también. Recuerdo el año cuando Lelis ganó ya, it was a 2-1 thing. Así que es la ola del cambio. Bueno, como dice el BOV, que viene el cambio, vamos a ver que la gente de Central sí va a cambiar. Sí. No porque puede votar para
Pero
UDP.
se espera que este año haremos muy bien en esa área, porque la gente de Central se está dando cuenta y abriendo los ojos de que es tiempo para cambiar, porque ellos
vamos a comentar eso cuando termine con las cifras.
Sí, permíteme, por favor. Permíteme.
Polling Area 54, esa es la Inmaculada. La Inmaculada tiene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jaulas. A to B, 372. C to E, 546. F to L, 514. M to Q, 452, y R to Z, 581, que son 2,465 votantes que están en la lista de la Inmaculada.
Aulas.
En las jaulas, sí. Polling Area 55, que es Otro Benque Chapel School. Allá va a haber 2 jaulas. ¿Jaulas, eh?
No, aulas.
Aulas, ok. Cuartos, rooms, voting rooms. E to K hay 513. L to Z, 499. 499, hay un total de 1,012 votantes. 1,012. Polling Area 60 en Louisiana. Esa es la área más grande. En la escuela tiene 11 áreas para votar. 11 rooms to vote, polling areas. Tenemos A to B, 639. 639. CA, 586. CE to CU, that's 460. D to F, 299. G to H, 564. I to L, 396. M, 501. N to Q, 562. R to S, 612. T, which is by itself, 357. U to Z, 433, which gives us at the polling area 60 Louisiana, 5,409 voters, and a total on the registry, 12,401. So, esas son las 4 áreas, las escuelas donde se va a llevar a cabo las elecciones, la votación. Se va a hacer el conteo at the La Inmaculada auditorium, and the returning officer will be giving report to the media as the results come out. So that is what he has indicated. La votación, the voting, will start from 7 in the morning to 6 in the evening. 11 hours of voting. When you go to vote, you take your voter's ID, and if you don't have your voter's ID, you take an ID with your picture, your photo on it, which will be revised. If your name is on the list, you will be allowed to vote. If the polling agents do not recognize you, the presiding officer has the binders with your photo, so they can ask, well, I don't know who you are, so they will open the binder to ensure that you are the person you say you are. So these are the basic guidelines. You go in, the first clerk, call your name, the second clerk tell you, take your index finger, dip it in the ink, the presiding officer sign the ballot and give it to you. You go to the room, vote, fold it, ensure that when you fold it, you can see the presiding officer's signature, and then you put it in the ballot, and you come out, and it's easy as ABC.
Muchas gracias, Rubén,
Okay.
muchas gracias. Doctor, tú votas en la área de
En la
East.
Louisiana.
Por lo general, ¿a qué hora sales a votar?
Yo salgo temprano, yo quiero ser el primero.
Temprano.
Porque,
Tú quieres ser el primero.
claro, me gusta estar temprano y me gusta estar a tiempo. Llevo a la compañera de hogar y mis hijos, todos vamos juntos.
Dicen
votamos.
que lo que es buena práctica hacer, y me acuerdo que mi mamá lo sí decía, es siempre preocuparse del resto de tu familia y de tus vecinos, de que ellos también vayan a votar.
Claro, claro. Siempre hablamos, platicamos, nos vemos. A veces no platicamos tan frecuente porque todo el mundo en nuestra área trabaja.
Está en su propio
Entonces,
timing, por decir.
Los vehículos nos seteamos, entonces todo tiene su propia manera de vivir, trabajar. La mayoría de la gente que vive en mi calle son maestros, maestros de escuela.
Pero están de acuerdo contigo en el concepto de que ya es tiempo para un cambio para el pueblo, para Orange Walk.
Mira, yo respeto bastante a esta gente porque no son gente, digamos, que son vocíferos de su opinión. Son gente bastante respetable, entonces, y mantienen, digamos, muchas de estas cosas a ellos porque muchos son servidores públicos. Pero sí han demostrado en sus ademanes de que es bueno el cambio y quisieran ver algo mejor para su área, ¿no? Ciertamente que pues pavimentaron la calle Río Bravo y pues es algo que la mera verdad estaba años, ojalá que dure más de 3 años la calle, porque la mera verdad ya mostraba síntomas de deterioro. Sin embargo, el drenaje no es nada bueno. Yo creo que todo el agua que está viniendo de más arriba se va acumulando al final y la pestilencia de todas estas aguas negras hace que el ambiente no sea más saludable para todos nosotros, sobre todo que descansamos los domingos y a veces estamos con la familia el domingo en casa haciendo cosas allá, sintiendo todo eso, pero estamos seguros de que estas cosas se hicieron sin planear bien, pero estamos seguros que se pueden cambiar. Entonces ellos siempre añoran un mejoramiento y algo mejor para, digamos, disfrutar de la familia, vivir mejor. Son cosas que ellos ven a futuro y que lamentablemente se hizo, digamos, a última hora esto, con tal vez ganarles la visión, la mirada a esta gente. Ya ellos ya son gente bastante educados, bastante inteligentes.
Pero
Sí,
doctor,
estos
en todo lo que has dicho, en tu opinión, este proceso de ver cosas como están, estamos hablando como de maestros, ¿usted piensas que esto influencia cómo van a votar?
Claro que sí.
¿Tiene una influencia?
Claro que sí. ¿Qué pasa? Es de que el maestro de hoy ya no es el maestro de antes, que fue un pupil teacher. Son maestros que ya fueron a la universidad. Lo mínimo que han tenido es la preparatoria o es una associate degree, un bachillerato. Ya tienen la licenciatura de la universidad. Entonces, esta gente ya son gente que ya ven mejor las cosas. Ya sienten, son parte de la economía. Y como le digo, el reflejo de todo esto en Louisiana es la escuela primaria. Es una de las mejores escuelas que tenemos. ¿Por qué? Porque la mayoría de la gente de East son gente que trabajan, tienen buen empleo, son gente trabajadora, son gente que luchan. Entonces quieren que sus hijos también hagan bien y por ende la escuela de Louisiana está haciendo bien. Entonces sí, influencia bastante todo lo que está pasando. Digamos, sobre todo en los medios, ellos escuchan opiniones, entienden, ven los pros and cons de todo lo que está pasando, lo que dice PUP, lo que dice UDP, todo lo que sea. Y sí, son gente bien inteligente y hacen decisiones bien informadas.
Eduardo, Doc, durante estos últimas semanas hemos tenido candidatos, diferentes personalidades, hemos escuchado la voz del pueblo allá afuera. ¿Qué son los puntos mayores que ustedes piensan o pensamos nosotros que va a ser esa influencia para que el UDP gane, el Partido Rojo?
Bueno,
además de ir a votar los 7. ¿Cómo podemos hacer eso?
Ya hemos discutido eso, pero vamos a darle la oportunidad al doctor que...
Mira, son 4 cosas muy importantes y muchos de mis vecinos han venido también con eso coincidiendo. En primer lugar, tenemos un grupo de bien dinámicos e inteligentes muchachos en Orange Walk, que no son gente que se han comprobado de que son líderes. 1. 2. No son manipulados por nadie. Son gente que han hecho su visión, piensan por sí mismos y ¿saben qué? Tienen Orange Walk en el corazón. 3. Ellos son, digamos, el ambiente es de que ellos quisieran que la municipalidad mejore en consonancia, en coincidencia con el gobierno central. Un gobierno municipal del PUP no nos ha traído mucho. Ellos están seguros de que van a poder abrir esa puerta que se cerró por la presente administración y traer más cosas a Orange Walk. Entonces, esto es muy importante para que todos nosotros sepamos. Y tercero, y cuarto, son gente trabajadora, son gente que viven aquí en Orange Walk, son gente que van a dar del todo para el bienestar de todos. Son gente que piensan en la juventud, porque hay juventud en ellos, y hay gente que tiene, digamos, la madurez para conjuntar esa madurez y la juventud y hacer un gran equipo.
Vamos a tomar la llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días. Buenos días.
Good morning.
Ya perdimos la llamada.
Yeah.
Yo me atrevo a agregarle una razón más.
Bueno, así va a ser 5.
Una
va a faltar
razón
2, hay 7 candidatos.
Sí. Una razón más.
Okay.
Y muchas personas me han dicho, Manuel, todo lo que ustedes dicen está muy bien, pero ¿sabes qué? Yo soy el tipo de persona, segunda persona, que dice, ya luego de darle 6 años al PUP, ya es tiempo que los cambiemos y que les demos oportunidad a un grupo nuevo de personas. Eso para mí es una razón muy importante. Sácalos ya a lo largo de 6 años, ya han comprobado lo que pueden hacer y lo que no pudieron hacer. Y ya sabemos de que no pueden, ya se ven completamente limitados con la cantidad de dinero que reciben, y segundamente ya hemos visto de que el trabajo que se hace por lo general es de nivel mediocre. Compañeros, eso para mí es una razón muy importante.
Bueno, pero para desarrollar un poquito más tu punto, Eduardo, cuando tú hablas de que, bueno, es tiempo para un cambio y ya, por decir, están estancados, pues ya no puede ir más, ¿verdad? Así de que cuando
está estancado.
Cuando llega a ese nivel, entonces uno, como dicen, a veces existe, ¿no?, el sentido común o la realización, dice, bueno, tenemos un gobierno central donde debemos de ir a buscar apoyo porque necesitamos ese desarrollo acá. Y esa apertura está allá, pero no toman ventaja de eso para ayudar al pueblo. No.
Es que muchas veces, y he traído el tema de que muchas veces simplemente vemos la política por lo que nos conviene.
Bueno,
permíteme,
sí.
Permíteme, por favor. Y vemos simplemente el por lo que nos conviene y muchas veces, compañeros, porque nos pavimentaron la calle y porque ya están acostumbrados a tratarnos con migajas y darnos tan poco que, puchica, cuando nos asfaltan la calle, pues nos sentimos que le debemos todo el mundo. Eso es trabajo de ellos desde el muy principio. Eso es trabajo de ellos desde el muy principio, compañeros. Y ese trabajo que hacen es trabajo que deben de estar haciendo a diario. Pero, ¿qué sucede? Que el sistema no es tal que hacen trabajo de ese tipo todo el tiempo, así que cuando hacen el poquito, pues nos hacen sentir como si han hecho tanto. Eso no debe de ser así. Yo creo que por la cantidad de ingresos que recibe el Town Council, millones y millones de dólares, estamos hablando de casi 4 millones de dólares, compañeros. ¿Cuántas calles no se pudieron haber pavimentado desde mucho antes? En vez de estar haciendo un último esfuerzo, aquí tratando de taparle el ojo al macho, por decir, para tratar de endulzarnos y decir, mira, estoy haciendo un buen trabajo. Pues no esperes hasta la última hora. Ahí esto le va a los dos partidos. ¿Ok? Simplemente hagan buen trabajo, la gente se va a dar cuenta. La gente se va a dar cuenta, va a decir, ¿sabes qué? Gente como Philip, que lo ves trabajando desde la mañana hasta por la noche, no tiene ningún problema en meterse en un tractor, ir a cortar zacate. Ese tipo de cosas me gusta mucho.
Bueno, eso fue el otro punto que les iba a mencionar, de que cuando se hace el análisis entre las dos personalidades que están encabezando su equipo, Kevin Bernard del PUP y Philip de la Fuente en el UDP, sabemos que estamos en una comunidad, vivimos en una comunidad donde hay participación, y cuando hay un equipo, un team, cuando el liderazgo trabaja conjuntamente con su trabajador, el trabajo se hace mucho mejor. Los trabajadores dicen que cuando viene el mayor alcalde, él sube y se vaya, y para él no existe. Con Philip de la Fuente, primero él va abajo a ver qué está pasando, sucediendo, qué es lo que se necesita para hacer el trabajo de hoy, y entonces hace su trabajo. Hay dos formas de liderazgos. Cuando quieres hacer un trabajo, empleas a un trabajador. Así que, como has mencionado, Philip es trabajador. ¿Cómo comparamos los dos líderes ahora que mañana ellos son las personas que van a encabezar su equipo? ¿Cómo vemos que Philip tiene, como la gente dice, esa mayoría de apoyo? ¿Qué es lo que hace Philip que tenga ese feeling allá afuera con la gente que él va a ganar y tiene el líder? ¿Cuál es eso? ¿Qué ustedes piensan?
Doctor. Bueno, yo le voy a decir una cosa. Philip tiene un carisma bastante grande. Philip es un muchacho que, como todos ustedes pueden ver, fue mayor de Orange Walk, y tú no vas a criticar a Philip porque, digamos, se perdió algo, se extravió eso, o se desapareció dinero, o porque, digamos, hizo una mansión de casa. Señores, Philip es una persona que dio de su corazón, dio de su alma, dio de su vida y dio de su familia a la municipalidad. Gente así tenemos en Orange Walk. Y la mera verdad, creo que no es bueno despreciar una oportunidad más a Philip de la Fuente. Pero había otra razón también por la cual creo que estamos bien. Este grupo de UDP es de amor. Esta gente quiere Orange Walk.
Vamos a tomar la llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días.
Hello.
Buenos días, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Quería hablar con ellos que están hablando allá con Rubén y el otro ahí.
Dime, aquí está.
Ok.
Adelante.
Ok, quería preguntarle a ellos ahorita, yo soy Big UDP, pero están hablando de dinero, y cuando están en puesto ellos la misma cosa hacen. ¿A dónde acaba todo ese dinero que ellos ganan en su mano?
¿Tú agarras dinero, Rubén? ¿Tú agarras dinero, doctor?
Yo agarro dinero de mi trabajo.
De tu trabajo.
Bueno,
la pregunta.
Por eso hablamos de Philip. El que trabaja merece ser pagado, ¿no?
Pero ok. Pero te hizo una pregunta directa. ¿Tú tomas dinero?
Absolutamente no.
Ok, muy bien. Ya te contestó. Él no toma dinero de nadie. Estas personas no son...
dinero porque no están en posición.
Pero no están corriendo ellos. Ellos no son políticos.
Esa es la pregunta que todos se deben de hacer. Los dos son la misma cosa. Ahorita como quieren que voten para ellos, ahorita dicen esto, dicen el otro, ¿y qué pasó?
Y la misma pregunta tú le haces al líder de la oposición, Johnny Briceño, ¿qué hace él con sus millones?
Ya se fue del aire.
No, hay que ser justo con tu pregunta, ¿no? ¿Entiendes? No, así de que la cosa es de que la persona no es UDP para comenzar. No, es una persona que no está hablando por sí mismo. Puedes oír las voces atrás que lo están dirigiendo y bueno, como digo, es ciudadano y debemos de saber pensar por nosotros mismos.
Yo tuve un problema con la persona que llamó porque fue muy marcado en sus palabras. Y digo, yo le hago la pregunta a aquellas dos personas que hacen con dinero. Señor, déjame decirte si siempre estás escuchando. Porque me estás enojando. Pero simplemente te quiero decirte que el doctor trabaja para su propio dinero. Y el señor Rubén trabaja para su propio dinero. Así que cuando tú le haces la pregunta a estos dos señores, yo seré el primero para defenderlos. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días.
Morning, Mr. Martinez.
Vale.
Mr. Novelo.
Vale.
Watch out. Mr. Novelo, Mr. Martinez, and Mr. Campos. That day, I don't know what to say, we just called. See, I know one UDP member. Because anytime you hear them talk, they hacen con el dinero. Mr. Man, they have to understand that nobody, the council have no money right there where you could put your hand on. You understand what I mean? And that's the way they jackass, they don't know what, because they can't call them nothing more than that. Then I don't know what UDP. But the look pan, that you see development in this country, I know the part it's 70 or 75 feet what you want to say, got fields and you are. I know one, and even though if you got 125 feet cemented, like I said, maybe 25 sidewalk, maybe sidewalk. You understand what I mean? That's the person that I don't want you know, look at when they call you like that, no one day, then you drummed it now and you can't find what to hold.
Thank you. That's all right.
You understand what I mean? They drummed it now and they can't say. I know with one leader like Philip. I mean, look at Philip Domain. Watch that place. That place was about stop. Front of the people they sell vegetable by the barrel. Look, when that big place was cemented, man. I mean, then it talk. When Henry Tassion left the town council, where are they gonna meet right there? These are the things that we talk about. We don't swear about the taxpayers' money, go, because if you look on the street, if you look on somebody, must not pass somebody else here, and then see a street where they say they just don't repair, they just don't fix. I mean, man, they in one. I know, and when you take and you watch the news, when they show you, their advertisements of the leaves, then people don't take whole house, that's a whole abandoned house where people need to use, but then they take pictures on it. Because the guy knows about they go and find and they show the street there. Man, the street, they're not that bad, that believe. All the street, then, under the UDP, the right dinner, Allegua Barrow, the country, the progress, and anytime, believe me, anytime they last ahead and vote PUP, they don't, Chihuahua, they don't send the measure their yard already, you know what that means? Should they win back again, you will see one high property tax over and catch there. If they don't believe, make them make that mistake and vote them in.
Thank you, sir.
Because they are not doing anything. Yeah. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You see,
you know, Ruben, I must remind this person, if you're talking about money, I gotta tell you something. We can find the information where the immigration and custom houses and the property was paid for by $10. $10 they paid for that. And they sold it for $1 million to the casino. What did they do with that money? What happened to Richmond Hill? How did Richmond Hill, which was a government property, a government agriculture station, end up in private hands? How much money?
And in whose private hands did it land up?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning. Buenos dias.
Okay. Hello.
No, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, Manuel.
Good morning.
Morning, Ruben.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Doc.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Armando, Chile.
Morning.
First of all, guys, let me tell you thank you very much for the great job you're doing for us, no?
You're welcome.
It's our pleasure.
It's our pleasure.
All those days that you have been working so hard for us to deliver for you guys, no?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mandy.
Ruben, Manuel, Doc, let me tell you, I'm calling today to plead to the country of the District of Orange Walk to come out and vote for the 7 UDP candidates. Come out and cast your votes early. We have pledged to them that we will deliver what we have in the manifesto. And I'm just calling not to say that please come out early, cast a vote for the 7 UDP candidates, Ruben.
Okay, we will. I will vote 7 right down the line. That's right.
And me too.
Yes,
believe me. And believe me.
Right here, you got 7. You got 21 votes right here.
That's right.
7, 7, and 7. All good children go to heaven.
Yes, guys.
Eso no te preocupes, mi hijo.
And Emmanuel, guys, at the studio, Channel 10, thank you very much to the Saturday Morning Show for all the time you gave us, for the support you gave us, Seki, Raheem, Marine, you know.
Morris, el gordito.
What they did. We're very grateful for what you did, guys.
Mr. Osha,
gracias.
And we are very, it's our pleasure to have done that, Mr. Osha. I tell you what, because we believe good people like you guys, that you have the talent. And don't worry, Channel 10 is your host, and come March 8th, you guys will have it here, and we're going to celebrate, okay?
Thank you. We'll be there to celebrate.
Muchas gracias, Mandy, por llamar.
Thank you, Mandy. And you see, again, remember the first caller talked about the children and what is going on in our country. We have a candidate who is heartwarming, Mandy called to thank people to develop and grow. Okay, and that's the difference between the UDP and the PUP. Vote for the UDP, vote 7 right down the line.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning, buenos dias.
Yes, ma'am. I forgot to tell you, Mr. Novello.
Yes, sir.
The health inspector, remember the health inspector at Orange Rock?
That's right.
That right from George Street.
That's right.
Yes.
Who own that place? I say that one parking lot. Who own that?
St. George, Tony Briseno and company.
The health inspector, how much they pay for it? They got down a nice cement out for the health inspector for the government, where they serve the government. And the man don't have to pay rent. Who own that place? I mean, then they talk about land grabbing, man. That's what the John is supposed to talk about. The who on that place. I know that who number. I don't want to call the person name.
Yeah.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
I stayed at that house on 2 or 3 different occasions because my uncle was public health inspector Manuel Cuellar. And we used to come from San Felipe and we used to stay at that place with him. So I know of the place. And to say that, it symbolizes a lot to me because I managed to sleep there. But now that it's on private hands.
No, but listen, what the caller was alluding to, that it's the parking lot for Centaur people there. You know who owns Centaur, but they took away that land and the public health building quietly, so nobody know. But people know that it was a government property, a building, and somebody took it quietly, so nobody would know. But the people of Orange Walk know what is happening.
Exactly. So guys, it's 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. We need to go on a break. Pero vamos a estar de vuelta tan pronto estos anuncios. Guys, we'll be on a break, but we'll be right back.
Give me the remote, the number 1, dynamite, then a dynamite. You can make it scream, but dynamite it is real, yes, dynamite, then a dynamite. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, dynamite, then a dynamite. Dynamite in the morning, dynamite in the evening, dynamite. Give me dynamite up north in Corozal, supermarket and then all. Dynamite, then up dynamite all over this land and in Belmopan, yes, dynamite. Give me dynamite, say in Dangrida, down south in PG. Dynamite, then up dynamite. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, dynamite. I love dynamite. Dynamite powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Hi, my name is Michael Tios. I'm a Diginet customer. My kids' experience is wonderful. My children go to school, they're in high school, and the demands of them having to surf to do homework, also doing their games. There's no buffering when you're watching movies on Netflix like myself. And when 5 of us are actually on, I no longer have the problem of having to be waiting for that eternal circle to while buffering. So it's excellent. For myself, normally I have to do proposals. I have to download large files. I also, on a daily basis, might be listening to music while I'm doing my work likewise. So, prior to signing up for DigiNet, I had a 2 meg internet. I took on the 10 meg package, which is for $99. Also offers me free mobile data and talk. For an additional $25, I bundle my home phone onto my DigiNet plan. Since we know what the detailed DigiNet services, I've been able to head to my bed much more earlier. I no longer have to be wait up late at night, waiting till I can actually have the amount of bandwidth to do my work. I'm recommending everyone to sign up for DigiNet services. And also, if you have a home phone, to add on the bundle, it will save you hugely.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, and Ladyville. Coming soon to Belmopan and Orange Walk.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things ever run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
We will build a better and more beautiful Orange Walk town.
A better Orange Walk for our children and our children's children.
An Orange Walk, where our residents can enjoy good and clean streets, drains, and parks.
An Orange Walk where tourism will complement our sugar industry.
An Orange Walk that will provide more job opportunities for its residents.
A developed Orange Walk that will be the pride of all Northenians.
For real development and the Orange Walk we all wish to see, your UDP 7 is here to make that change for our province.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the town of Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the town because we have a lot of the youths where they come out and want to play ball the same way. And this just a put up on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new court because it's so official and it's something new to PG in a whole.
I want to thank the government of Belize because they look out for PG, you know.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayos preciosos.
Los que huimos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home those heavy buckets. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better. Water the life.
To the Sugar City Morning Show. It's a lovely, beautiful morning. Today is Tuesday. I feel like Friday because you know, like tomorrow a big day, and today I feel like Friday. I feel like weekend is here. Emmanuel take a little break, and you know he will be back on Thursday. But RC1 and Doc was here. We'd like to thank the Doc for being here and RC1 for being here on this long journey right into election. Today is election eve. Tomorrow the big day all over the country. And RC, we understand that Wilfredo Novello has some points that he wants to share with us right here this morning. No?
Yeah, well, I just want to remind our TV viewers and radio listeners that tomorrow there are 67 seats up for election.
Not for grabs.
Not for grabs. Because I got to respect the people, you know.
Yeah, not for win.
And we have, at the moment, all the municipalities are UDP with the exception of Orange Walk. And to be able to invite the people of Orange Walk to join into the celebration of putting a new road for development, infrastructure, economic growth, programs for the elderly, programs for the youth, program for the single parents, and to include the community in development, partnering with the central government. Tomorrow is that opportunity that each and every one of us will have. So all we can do is ask for your vote. So we need to come out and vote early. The voting will start from 7 in the morning to 6 in the evening, and the counting will be done at the La Inmaculada Auditorium. So tomorrow, let's come out and celebrate the development for Orange Walk as we show the world that we can come together because we want to see good things happen to Orange Walk. We need to make that commitment.
You mentioned 67 seats, RC. Out of those 67, the United Democratic Party holds 62. And the PM is optimistic about this election in the favor of the United Democratic Party as well, RC.
Well, yes. You see, the Right Honorable Dean Barros in 2008 said this is a government for all. And one of the things that people are really, really queasy is about change. When the Right Honorable Dean Barros took over the Prime Ministership, this don't happen. And he said, it's only for a moment. But since 2008, when he put his platform for infrastructure development to create jobs, to create development, to economic growth, this has been taken, it has been ongoing up to now. It hasn't been stopped because of election. It has been going. But Orange Walk, because of a mayor who says, I don't need you, Dean Barrow, we have not been receiving. So this is an opportunity for us to receive. It's an opportunity for Orange Walk to get. It's an opportunity for Orange Walk to win. The people of Orange Walk need to win this election, and they will win. And when all of us go to the polls tomorrow, early, and vote 7 red down the line. Wilfredo, you had something to, a little get-together or a little message you wanted to tell us?
Yes, Ruben. Well, I come here as a resident, a voter of Orange Walk Central. And I am deeply concerned, ashamed even, that Orange Walk Central has stagnated for the past 25 years since Johnny has been elected to the House of Representatives. During 9 years that he was the Deputy Prime Minister, he could have fixed up the streets in Orange Walk Central. If you take a drive, Union Town, Marcos Canol, housing site, the streets are in the most deplorable state. Gianni has done almost nothing for Orange Walk Central, only furthering his political career. Now, I was waiting for tomorrow to come because tomorrow we start to erode Gianni's influence. And we do so by voting for Philip De La Fuente and the UDP team. I am very confident that with this team, Orange Walk will sail. We will not stagnate. And it is in the manifesto of the UDP, infrastructural development, a state-of-the-art bus terminal with the UDP. If Kevin were to win, we don't get that. No, I am a stakeholder in tourism. I work in tourism. And sometimes when I go to the terminal to pick up tourists or to take tourists that need to go to Chetumal or maybe Belize City, I feel ashamed of what we have there, what we call a terminal. And when I see these the buses coming from Merida and Cancun, and they drive in to leave to Belizeans, especially Belizeans, I ask myself, I wonder what these other bus drivers are thinking when they drive into what we call a terminal. Because when you go into Mexico, they have these spanking terminals.
But how important is this bus terminal to the tourist industry, to the transportation, to the tour guides, and how important is that bus terminal to the people of Orange Walk?
It will be very important because daily, more than 1,000 Orange Walkenians pass through that terminal. Now, one day I was going to Belize City on the bus to take back my tourists. It was 3 o'clock when we crossed the toll bridge. And I started counting the buses coming down, loaded with people from Belize City to Orange Walk. And I remember that by the time we reached Belize City around 5:30, because of the traffic, I counted 32 buses loaded with people. I am not mentioning the buses that came before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know how many people from Orange Walk go to Belize City and use that terminal? It is essential that we have a very good terminal.
This is the only terminal between the Mexican border and Belize City, right? The only terminal apart from Corozal.
Yes, it's the only one.
So after this one, there's no more between here and Belize City.
None.
So this is one of the main base.
Yes.
About how many tour guides are there in Orange Walk?
I think we have more than 150.
More than 150?
Yes.
And do you think, is it your opinion that these 150 tour guides would be appreciative of this new bus terminal so that their livelihood could increase, develop, and have more to show? Do you think so?
Absolutely.
So what message would you give your colleagues? You have 150 colleagues out there. What message would you tell them? Would you tell them to vote for UDP for this bus terminal?
Absolutely.
Do you invite them?
You see, Ruben, as tour guides, right, we have to put our country at the highest level. And what we call the terminal certainly does not fit. And I am asking all tour guides, their families, to vote for Philip de la Fuente and the UDP team. It is very, very important that we have a good terminal. Every Orangeoqueño, even PUPs, will feel proud of having a state-of-the-art terminal here in Orangeoque. Now you see what Danriga got, what PG got, even Jorge Aldana, who was one of the hosts for Fiesta for Johnny Station on Facebook. He's bigging up the government because they built a good stadium out there in San Pedro. And he posted pictures of the old stadium, how it looked, and how the stadium looks today. See? Now you can see that there's pride. If someone like Jorge can appreciate that, imagine. We need to have a good terminal here in Orangeoque. It will not happen if PUP wins, because if you notice the PUP manifesto, right?
Well, the PUP manifesto has something there that I think, Wilfredo, we need to pay keen attention. And sometimes, because of the campaign, we lose track of something. They have something. They will revise the tax system. What does that mean? If something they work, you left it. You not touch. If something they work, you not touch it, true?
Right.
So if you know the work when you talk about revised tax system, what that means? That they want to tax you more. They want to find another way for tax you. Because if you give away certain things, you have to tax the people. So they're telling you, in simple black and white, the PUP are telling the people of Orangeoque, we'll revise the tax system. So if they win, they'll tax you. So again, people of Orangeoque, we need to inject a fresh start in the economy in Orangeoque. And we need people who will be working and be creative and think out of the box to do that as the UDP team. And Philip de la Fuente being a hard-working person, and you look at his family with the place by Riverside and the hotel and everything that attracts tourism and people to come. It's this kind of thinking you want, and this kind of development. And then with a central UDP government and the municipality, there could be a lot more entertainment with the tourists here, where we could hire bands like the Youth Connection band there for the way you broke down. Your band has played for the greatest, for the late Andy Palacio, for the late Lila. You know, the Youth Connection band is a symbol for Orangeoque, and I'm sure that under the UDP, under the culture thing, you and the Youth Connection band are going to play a big role in our development.
Yeah, we have been all over also, RC.
Yes.
You know, that time when we went to Europe, we went to Jamaica, to Canada, all over. We toured Mexico. But, you know, that's part of the culture as well. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, tomorrow is a very important day for all we voters in Orangeoque. We need to rescue Orangeoque because with this mayor present, Kevin, we know they look good for 6 years, right? And now is the time to make we change, make we go out full 7 UDP because we need to rescue this town. This town needs to be rescued, and we the voters, PUP and UDP, we need to unite together as one and move Orangeoque forward for this victory. And when we win with Philip de la Fuente, whole Orangeoque the win. And not just Briseño, the they don't represent we, orinchaqueños, they represent the Briseño family. Yo quiero que toda la gente de Orinchac salgamos unidos. Hay que votar para los 7 candidatos de UDP, porque cuando votan para Kevin Bernal, no están votando para Kevin Bernal ni para Orinchac, están votando para la familia Briseño, que es Charlie Briseño. 9 años él estuvo en poder como Deputy Prime Minister. Él no le importa Orinchac, él no trabaja para Orinchac, Charlie trabaja para él y Jaime Briseño. Esos son los que son ellos, Jaime Briseño y Charlie Briseño. Ellos no creen en nosotros, la gente de Orinchac. Por eso, mañana es muy importante que cuando salgamos, vamos a salir unidos y votar los 7 candidatos, UDP, con Philip y el team, y de ahí vamos a mirar el cambio. Porque ahorita hay que rescatar este pueblo que estamos trabajando como esclavos para una persona que él, solo cuando es tiempo de elección, vas a mirar Chari. Vino acá como 2 semanas, ya es que vino que estoy con puro UDP. Él me volvió a ver, se fue de largo allá en Tomur arriba. Yo quiero que la gente de Orinchac, es muy importante que salgamos y vamos a votar para el 7 UDP down the lane, porque si está Kevin otra vuelta allá, 3 años, este pueblo no va a ir ni allá ni acá. Va a ser lo mismo gente que nunca han trabajado los 6 años que han representado Orinchac. Y eso hay que pararlo mañana. Porque con el voto de ustedes, orinchaqueños, es muy importante que salgamos y votemos por los 7 UDP que van a trabajar para la gente y para ustedes, orinchaqueños. This is a message I'm giving to all orinchaqueños. Let us come out, vote 7, United Democratic Party, because we need that vote. We need a vote for make we take away Kevin Bernal from not doing nothing for this town. Ellos prometen y nunca su manifiesto lo pueden hacer deliver a la gente. But le digo a los votos de Yonkins que él va a hacer un private site allá en Cinderella Plaza. Jamás el sueño que ellos prometen no cumplen. Right? Dijeron que van a arreglar todos los parques en Orinchac. Nunca han hecho nada esa gente. Allá en el Chobenque, al lado del doctor, estos parquecitos, miren, necesita luz. Eso prometió Kevin. Nada ha hecho. Allí en Ichapac, nada ha hecho. Solo fue y cortó unas matas que han estado allá más de 100 años. ¿Ah? Y ahí en Venezuela, nada ha hecho Kevin. Gente, wake up, despiértense. Kevin no es para la gente de Orinchac. Él no trabaja, él trabaja para el Charbeseño. ¿Ah? Charlie, ya get a message tomorrow. Lucky, we look for that kid. Early morning. We and the people are in charge. I give you the message. ¿Ah? ¿Qué está haciendo ahorita? ¿Quiere que Kevin gane para que yo ponga East? Joshua está trabajando en Belice. ¿Ah? These are the message you get, Johnny. That enough is enough. The reject people. I give you the message tomorrow.
Okay.
Bring the key. And that park there, we're going to make you dance with that Queen Elizabeth Park, not such a park. Queen Elizabeth Park.
Thank you very much, Carla. Well, RC, we are hours.
Yes, hours
away.
Yes.
So let's have Mr. Novella go ahead with his presentation. Then I know you have a very important part that we need to address as well. So make we take this call once. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good
morning.
Good morning.
I just want to talk to the people of Orange Rock, right? Let us stop being a fanatic of parties. It doesn't matter PUP, UDP parties. Let's not be a fanatic and open our eyes for tomorrow voting the municipal elections, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying reason why I'm saying this because if you do notice, many people live in the past, right? Everything both parties all they got to say is, do you remember? Am I right or wrong?
We're listening, Carla.
Okay. That is all what both parties are saying. Do you remember such person did this? Do you remember the other person did that in the past? Let's leave the past in the past. Let's live our present and get prepared for our future. Let's not just be a fanatic of any party, whether it be PUP, UDP, NRD, I do not care. Let's open our eyes and be real and see for the team that is working. That is a good team that's going to work for the people. And this message goes to that man just that a while ago that just called. Open your eyes and stop being a fanatic, my brother.
But if you have you read the UDP manifesto?
That UDP manifesto.
Have you read it?
Being copied from the Corozal PUP manifesto. If you do notify, if you can.
Have you read the Orange Walk UDP manifesto?
Put my vote on somebody that has already betrayed the party.
Have you read the UDP manifesto? Have you read the Orange Walk UDP manifesto? Have you read it? Have you read it?
Let's continue with Will's presentation. RC.
Yeah, you say they don't read the manifesto. He said let's talk about what. And if you read the UDP manifesto, you can see a color that it's about improving lives. It has nothing to do with fanaticism, but it's a plan so that people like you and me and Alawi will have a better future. So vote 7 red.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning. The Kelly color my car just do, right? The field will only know that my parents and the founder of the PP party with Josh Price, right? This message is for him, we just call. I am not a fanatic. I really support the people that work for the town. My father was a PUP, big time, right? But then we don't see the corruption of the PUP government with Joe Senior. When he was the chairman of the Kifama.
Okay, yeah.
And nobody would call and say, we're a fanatic, I'm a fanatic. I opened the eye. That's why I joined the European team. Because the European team work for the people, right? Watch this, all the way from north to south, east to west. Development, promise, highway, pass, shadows. I don't know whether you call it.
Okay, Carla, thank
well
you.
said, Carla. Make we have wait. Just go through your presentation because RC have his part to do as well.
Let me address this issue about fanaticism. Now, I have been at PUP. I used to write campaign literature for the PUP from 1977, 1978 until 1981. Now, I decided to change from PUP to UDP from the date it was announced that independence would be granted to Belize. And after that, I took out Joe Briceño from the Cane Farmers Association and had him out, and I took him out for the general election in 1984. Now, you will recall the year 2000 when I had, some disagreement with Meg when he ran for the mayoral candidacy. I supported Rick Burgos, Alex Palacio, and others, right? But that year I split my vote because I voted for
personnel.
And Hyde, and we had Delvia, and so right. I'm not a fanatic, but that year I did go against the UDP. That's the year 2000. And after that, when Meg ran in 2003, I supported him. I signed when he went to
Nominate.
for the
You
nomination.
nominated?
I signed on behalf of Meg. See? Now, I'm very open-minded. I'm not a fanatic. But I cannot support the PUP. Johnny is my blood cousin. 2 times. On his father and his mother's side, we are cousins. But I cannot support Johnny. Now, talking about the tax revision, Heaven intends to tax the people more. You know why? Because he has been losing revenues giving away free driver's license, writing off people's taxes that they owe to the town council. Now, right now, we know that he has given, I don't know how many hundreds of free driver's license for the elections. And he has been writing off taxes due to the town council for votes. I can imagine that this has been a systematic practice since 6 years ago, that he has been doing it maybe on a weekly, monthly basis. He has been losing revenues. Now, I want to ask this question. When he has given out these free licenses, did he take out money from the PUP coffers and pay the town council? If he did not, then that is tantamount to stealing the people. And what about the clerk, the person in charge of preparing the license ID? If that has happened, then that clerk has been derelict in the execution of his or her duties. Now, my birthday was the past October 12th, and I have not renewed my license. But I can tell you that Friday, when Philip is the mayor, the first thing I will be doing is go and pay my $60 to renew my license. The reason I decided not to do it because I don't want to give money to Kevin for him to squander. It makes no sense.
Okay, that's your presentation, we? All right, RC, we has finished with this presentation for this morning. I know you have one line up there that you need to share out with our viewers, RC, and our radio listeners.
Well, we just want to invite everyone to come out early to vote tomorrow. We're hours away from celebrating our democracy.
You don't get nervous, are they?
Huh?
You don't get nervous?
By this morning, I got up bright with the sunshine. I energized, and you say, how come I so happy? I happy because this morning I got up and, by sitting on the street, you got people that run and jog, and we chat with your people, sip your cafe, and I said, you see what we're doing today, this morning, I told the people, on Thursday, it is my wish that we do the same thing, because tomorrow all we do is go and exercise our democratic right. And what we do tomorrow is choose either to remain where we are or choose to move forward and adelante, as we want to say. Now, when we speak about that, what is the process? Tomorrow, the polls open at 7 o'clock in the morning. La votación comienza a las 7 de la mañana hasta las 6 de la tarde. Le pedimos a todos que salgan a votar temprano, que salgan para traer su familia, sus vecinos y todos. Es un día de celebración. Durante la campaña todos sacan su bandera, sus placards y todo para hacer su campaña, pero mañana vamos a tomar esa decisión marcando con nuestro voto. Y nosotros le pedimos que vote para los 7 candidatos del UDP, del Rojo, comenzando con Philip de la Fuente, bajando así 7 Rojo, porque yo creo de que nosotros en Orange Walk merecemos tener mucho más trabajando con un gobierno central UDP. El gobierno central UDP estará ahí el jueves para 2 años y medio más. Todos vamos a necesitar para ir al honorable Dean Barrow a decirlo, Mr. Barrow, we need you. Esta vez no vamos a decir, we don't need you. Esta vez los vamos a votar porque le vamos a decir, Mr. Prime Minister, we need you. We need to bring infrastructure development. Queremos traer trabajo aquí. We want to upgrade and uplift the economy. And working with the UDP Town Council, we want to support the group like the tour guides. We want to support the tourism. We want to support the single parents. We want to invite the clergy to start again having their little sermons, their open preaching about spiritualism, and really mean it. Not just to sit in a corner, but really mean it. And we can only do that as a people if we come together for the love of our tongue, for the love of Orange Walk. Has nothing to do with fanaticism. We were born as human beings. We were not born to be any color. We were born to be the child of God, the children of God, to do what is right for our people. And we have a golden opportunity with 7 people who are offering themselves voluntarily to do and offer and work for all the people of Orange Walk. And they're not telling you pay me or don't pay me. The UDP candidates are free-thinking people. They are young people, mature people, people with experience in their own field, and their only loyalty is to the people of Orange Walk. There is a difference. So if we want to see Orange Walk move forward, voter, just close your eyes for a minute. Look at your son today. Look at your daughter. Look at your grandchildren. Look at your great-grandchildren. For the next 3 years, won't you want something better for them? For the next 3 years, won't you be the one to say, I sacrifice for my children? Won't you want to be that one to say, you know, we can grow together if I make the right decision? Wouldn't it be good if today we said a prayer to say, Lord, thank you for thinking about the future and guiding me? No, I'm not talking about the other side, but I'm telling you what is good and better. Philip De La Fuente and the UDP team. That is the first stepping stone to bring this development to Orange Walk.
RC, I have a text here saying, can we please remind the voters of the name, the persons, the candidates that are on the slate with Philip De La Fuente?
Of course, the candidates that are on the slate with Philip De La Fuente, I hope you can get a copy of the manifesto.
Where is it available, RC?
You can get this by any of the candidates, or you could come right here on Nortevision and get one, because it's something for everybody to read. Now, the team for Philip De La Fuente, we have Yara Calvieda, you know Mayito Panades, it's his daughter. We have Armando Chile Osha. We have Evan Williams. We have Ajesha Cantun, Derek Sambola, and Jose Antonio Cocom. These are the UDP candidates. Each one of them are independent in their own right. They have their own field of specialty that they can contribute to the development of Orange Walk. And this team is our team. Our team is your team. So if it's our team, tomorrow let's go together as a team and vote 7 red down the line.
Okay, so that's the team with Philip De La
That's the
Fuente.
team with Philip.
What are they campaigning on, RC? What's their slogan or their motto? What are they
Improving
campaigning?
lives, improving lives, improving lives. Everything that has to do with development is for improving lives. For example, how many hundreds of students, Jackie, do we have walking every day from downtown going all the way to Orange Walk Technical, New Hope, to the People's Stadium? When you walk that whole boulevard, whether it's sun or rain, if it's sun, the kids are going in the sun. Wouldn't it be nice to have a nice sidewalk there with some coverage for bus stops and so?
Yeah.
If it was raining, wouldn't it be nice to have a sidewalk and coverage for the students not to get wet? I can tell you that. I live on Stadium Street, and right in front of the SRS, we have an awning. When it's too hot, they come in, go chill. When it's the rain, they come in there. I'm very happy to receive them because their children are our children. They are the future for this town. So when you look at these kind of development that the UDP has in plan for those young people are not voters, but we have to think about them, Checky, because they will be the leaders for tomorrow. They're getting an education. Most of them are receiving the $300 subsidy that the Prime Minister is giving right now. You see, there's a lot of things to be done in Orange Walk, the bus terminal, so that more people can come. You travel the world, whenever there's tourism, there's entertainment, there's a cultural explosion. Not because they call Gandriga the culture capital does not mean that the Youth Connection Band can play. I mean, you can play songs from all over the world. I know the depth that Youth Connection Band, and especially Chucky and his inspiration and his team. Now, that is what we're talking about, Chucky.
Somebody wants to know here, RC. I am definitely going to go, and I am going to go to vote. I don't have much time. I will be voting at San Francisco. That's, I believe, polling station 53. What is the best time for me to go that I don't have to really catch the line for stay too long?
First thing in the morning. Go soon in the morning. You know, when you go to vote first thing in the morning, remember you will be blessed with the sunshine or the sprinkle that God has given you. And you will start your day realizing, I have made the right decision today for my town and my people and my family and friends by voting 7 red down the line. Go in the morning. Huh?
Okay, somebody said that I lived in Orange Walk. I still have my house in Orange Walk, but right now I'm still in St. Victor. I need to come out and vote for the UDP. What should I do?
Well, if you live there at UDP, I believe that person has my number.
Okay.
I believe it's a father and daughter.
Okay.
And I believe that they can give us a call and we'll ensure that you come to vote.
But if they lived in a place, they could still vote?
Yes, once your name is on the list, on the voters list. Your name is on the voters list. That means that your name will be there. There will be the banner that will have your picture, and you have a right to vote. Everyone that has their name on the list. So, for example, people living in the United States, but their name is on the list, they can come and vote on election day.
So since the people from Orange Walk North, we have one big part, Orange Walk North called Ochobenke, so the people from Ochobenke will come out and vote as well?
Oh yes, then they were out there from 5:30 in the morning. They already had a meeting and they said, we are out there from 5:30, so when 11 o'clock come, you know, they want to relax and enjoy. You know, they're committed, they are voters they are people who love to come out to vote early. They'll be out there.
Okay, RC, a message to the voters out there that are living in different districts, but they are registered here in Orange Walk, and they want to come in and vote. What's your message to them?
First thing is that we need to nurture family. Get in touch with your family who are living here in Orange Walk. And then your family will get in touch with us. And then we will get, the organization will get in touch with them and see how best we can work together.
Should they come?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's your constitutional right. It's your constitutional right.
Let's get this one, RC. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yeah, morning, Kiki, morning, Mr. Novello.
Good to hear from you. You ready? You ready?
Watch out. We see, ready? We're ready, man. We should have a deep party today. Make us tomorrow when I wake up now at the year one red. You know what? Sit down and I watch. We watch that the leader of the opposition knocked his chest and said 25 years in the lead. He leading at the Orange Walk Central. And see so much money. And he get about $7,000 a month. You ever hear any student, any poor, and he say, love people. You ever hear can we sponsor this poor people to make it go down up to 1 4 You ever hear any time any announcement ever come over that when so and so was graduated and it was sponsored by John Ebrusino? Never, and he got so much money, man, and that's why he loved the people there. The better than I God, he said, no, there are no people, you know. There are no poor people. And these are people that I realize. And it's the people who can't live because of high tax, and get the kind of thing you pay about, you know, you think about them, and you think about tax. The tax for the Louisiana people. You see the money where they gone, the lot of money where we shot. You see that 96 where for them to the hospital come no corrupted because they don't need it from Saudi. There's billions of dollars were over. Super Bowl, the Hugan and Barroy, and the PUP, they know the UDP, the right honorable Dinbaro, it will make the country bloom and it will try to pay back that name. I mean,
RC, somebody's asking for your number because they say they have some votes. I'll give you those. Pero this one is a Díaz Don Rubén. Yo trabajo en el Free Zone. Yo soy registrado en Corozal para votar, pero dice que mi jefe dice que yo tengo que ir a trabajar.
Yes. If you work for somebody, you should report to work.
You what?
You should report to work.
You
should report to work because it's your employer. But all employers, including the government as an employer, the law says that you shall give your employee adequate time to go and vote. So that if you are, for example, in PG, and you take your 5 hours, they have to give you from the morning to come and vote.
Time.
That's
and
the law.
Enough time for you to return
exactly.
as well.
If you're at the free zone, you inform your employer that you are registered in Corozal and that you are requesting time off to come and work. They can give you in the morning or from midday to the afternoon because sometimes you have to catch a line. But all employers must note that the law says that you shall provide, you shall give adequate time for your employee to go and vote. It's against the law.
In this case,
yes.
this case that this person sent this text that it worked at a free zone, it registered at Corozal, but they say he half an hour ago. Can that person still take his own way and go vote?
No.
If the employer says you can't go.
Let's set the record straight. The employee shall inform the employer, I am registered in Corozal, and I would like to ask time off, whether you'll give me in the morning and afternoon. The employer failing to give time, the employee has already applied and requested because you have to vote. Then that employee has every constitutional right to leave and go and vote. If that employer breaks the law, that employer can be taken to court and fined. And we must remember that the free zone is still within the boundary of Belizean territory.
But what if the foreigner own one of the business place? Maybe let's say somebody from Chetamal own the business place at this person.
It doesn't matter who it is. It says the employer. It does not specify whether you come from here, there, anywhere. It said the employer shall give adequate time. So all employers should be making arrangements to give the appropriate time to the employees to go and vote. So once you have informed and requested the employer, and most employers are giving the time, most employers, but you got one or two who put fair. You know, if they do that to you, you go and vote, and that will be challenged in court, and you will win because the law says that you have that right to exercise on election day to go and vote. So it's a winning case. The employer will lose.
So no question about that.
There's no question.
So just like that, like you said, that
right, but
like if the ones there, right? The ones there with the Mexicans and so, they still have to abide on the laws of Belize, right?
The Mexicans over there, when they come to Belize, they must abide by the Belizean law, whoever it is. But we're asking all the business people to make the arrangements beforehand so that the voter is allowed adequate and appropriate time to go and vote, wherever you may be.
Okay.
You know, so we need to make that appeal to the employers because it is very important. And you got a lot of people where say, oh, I'm afraid this one. I tell you, do not be afraid. Remember, your country belongs to you. Country belongs to us. Our municipality belongs to us. And our voting right is enshrined in our constitution. And any other law below your civil right has to guarantee you your rights.
Yeah. We are parting shots before we go to RC1 to wrap up this morning.
Yeah. Well, folks, I am enthused right now to go and vote tomorrow for Philip Del Fuente and the UDP team. And I want to invite PUPs to do the same because this is our town. This is not Johnny's town. We live in the town and we want a better town of which we will be proud of. Que viva Orange Walk.
RC, anything else you need to add before we close this morning?
Shaki, we thank you very much for the time, and I guess this is that appeal until after election.
It's has been a long journey, RC.
Yes, and one that I have enjoyed very much because I have a passion for politics. I have a passion for Orange Walk.
And I have a passion for media as well.
Media as well. Yes, Orange Wakeños. I was born in Orange Walk Town, Stadaho Street. We know about the hardships we live as youngsters, and it takes a lot of courage for a lot of us to sobresalir, to work hard, to have that courage to make tomorrow a brighter day. I want to say to you that from today, before we even go to vote, I want to invite you to say a prayer of blessing, not only for Orange Walk, but for our nation, that we are children of God first. We were born as Belizeans. We were born with all our civil rights. We were not born red, we were not born blue. It is by nature that we chose which path to go to decide which political party will set forth that road for upliftment, that road for betterment, and that road for family unity. Tomorrow, we have a golden opportunity, Orange Wakeños, to go and vote for the best team that we believe can put that new road for development, that new road for unity, for that new road for family bonding, that new road for a new Orange Walk tomorrow. It is in our hands. Let it not be said that because I failed to do the right thing, we went the wrong way. If we have a central government that is the United Democratic Party, and the scripture says, give to Caesar what is to Caesar, and to God what is to God. And if the government is one that we must go to find help to assist us in Orange Walk, because we are also taxpayers, because we also want to see betterment for everyone, then there is only a choice. We choose to follow that leader in Orange Walk that is a humble person, a working person, a loving person, a committed person to our community and our people, and that's Philip de la Fuente. His team, his UDP 6, are a team that are independently working, very brilliant minds, futuristic in thinking, and the greatest love for Orange Walk and our people. Don't you think that our kids and grandchildren deserve a better future? Don't you think that even you and I, in our days ahead, deserve a better future? Haven't we worked hard long enough to be able to enjoy the little life that we have left and to give that life and light to our children and grandchildren? The choice we make tomorrow will be up to us. I will be voting for Philip and the UDP team. I invite you to join me for the love of Orange Walk, with the blessing of God. Let us all go tomorrow peacefully to vote and vote the right way. I invite you once again to please vote for Philip and the UDP team. By the grace of God, we are one people, one family, and let us continue to love each other and do the best we can for Orange Walk. Thank you.
This program was paid program right here on Norte Vision Channel 10, on Universal Radio, Sugar City Radio, and the East Radio. We'd like to thank everyone who tuned in. Also, thanks to Mr. Eduardo Martinez. And RC, we have to thank all the guests that came through. We have Doc on the show. We have Way right there. We have different people that passed through, the candidates, Honorable Aragon. Everybody who passed through, we have to give a big thank you to all of them and the callers and
to the Honorable Gaspar Vega for allowing us to use his TV station.
Right. You know, everybody who called, everybody who had it in their thoughts that, okay, they are listening to the show. And somebody just said, sent a text the same thing that you were saying, that all companies are registered in Belize.
Yes.
So wherever they are, they have to follow the laws of Belize. You know, but on that note, we'd like to remind everyone that this show repeats tonight at 9 o'clock. We have no show tomorrow, RC, because everyone is going out to vote.
Yes.
And everyone is going out to do media coverage as well. So we have no show tomorrow, but stay tuned to Channel 10. And Sugar City Radio Station will be doing live reports throughout the day.
Yes.
So you can tune into Sugar City Radio Station tomorrow. RC1 will always be top of things. And if you have any issues or any questions about voting, we have the UDP office in the Liberty Avenue here on RC.
Yes, yes.
You can check there, and if you happen to get in contact with Mr. Campos, I'm sure that he will share whatever information that is valid to you. And remember, no drinking. Persons that holders of valid liquor license, that liquor license is not valid tomorrow, because tomorrow you should not sell any type of alcohol beverage. And that's from, when we say tomorrow, mean until the polls are closed, RC.
Yes, yes. And if the police have already been alerted, and if just a warning, we rather ask your cooperation than for you to close and then somebody might revoke your license. Please, let's cooperate. Let's go harmoniously in this program.
So make we do it like RC said. Make we be brothers and sisters and go out and vote. Vote for the party or the person you feel like your conscience is giving you to vote, and make Thursday morning we wake up as usual and heal each other, right, RC?
I still have a coffee.
Yeah, no kind of sweat. But on that note, my name is Robert Cheque Usher. Thanks to Morris, thanks to Raheem, thanks to Bull, thanks to everybody who always come around, being here with us, and also for Donato and the driver, Mr. Aragon driver, who's always here, RC. Everybody will come and, build up the spirit and give us courage to continue going on and on and on and on. But for now, we have to go on and on and on until until Thursday morning. So, guys, let's take it away. Have yourself a wonderful day away. Thank you, RC.
Okay, my brother.
It's a pleasure and will always be a pleasure being with you, right? So, for today, we are gone for right now. Thank you all so much.